Be me. 34-year-old woman, manager at a call center, been here for years. Not glamorous, but steady, pays the bills. Lately realizing something I never thought I'd have to think about. Realizing I'm becoming invisible. Back in my 20s, I thought life would always feel like that. Like I was walking around under a spotlight. Couldn't step into a bar without some guy materializing out of nowhere. Phone blowing up with DMs, you up texts at 1 a.m. from dudes I barely remembered meeting. Even coworkers would hover at my desk with dumb excuses just to be near me. Bartenders slipping me free drinks, extra lime, pretty lady. Compliments floating around like confetti. Me and my girlfriends, we treated it like background noise. We'd screenshot the worst lines, roast the poor guys in group chats, made jokes about orbiters and thirsty losers. Honestly thought the attention was endless, like sunlight. You don't think about the sun setting. But now, different story. Same bars, same vodka sodas, same friends. Only difference? Nobody looks. Nobody lingers. The air feels still. Guys' eyes skip right over us and land on the younger women, laughing too loud in skirts that still cling the way mine used to. At work, too. Used to get the casual, your hair looks nice, or that perfume's great. Nothing sexual, just light, human little nods. Now, silence. Everyone's stiff, polite, careful. HR trainings maybe. Or maybe they just don't see you anymore. I tell myself I don't want the attention. I don't want 25-year-old guys who bro every other sentence. But I notice the drought. Notice the silence where there used to be noise. One Friday, long week of escalations. Went out with two coworkers, both in their 30s like me. Ended it at some sticky dive bar with neon signs buzzing. Melissa, halfway through her drink, leans in like she's about to confess murder. Does it ever feel like nobody even looks anymore? Whole table goes silent. Then Lauren jumps in so fast her drink nearly spills. Yes! God, yes! I thought it was just me. We peel it apart like an onion for 30 minutes. Melissa says she used to get multiple DMs a day. Now, months of nothing. Lauren says the last time a guy bought her a drink was 2 birthdays ago. She nearly cried out of shock. We laughed too loudly about it, but it felt sharp underneath. Nobody admits this out loud, but we miss it. Not the hookups, not the boyfriends, just being visible. Walk home alone, thinking about the old days. Remember all the guys we mocked? The overeager texters, the guys with cheesy lines, the ones who showed up with wilted flowers? We called them pathetic. Screenshotted their messages, group chat fuel. Sometimes I even made vague tweets about being swarmed by thirsty men. It was fun. It bonded us. Now I think about those guys sitting alone, staring at their phones, waiting for a reply that never came, sending another message into the void. And suddenly, I don't feel smug anymore. I feel unsettled. Few days later, one-on-one at work with Eric. He's 29, solid guy, quiet, does his job. Ask him about his weekend. He shrugs. Didn't do much, stayed in. I tease, what, no dates? You're young, you're good looking, you should be out there. He gives me this small, flat smile. Nah, tired of it. I laugh. Tired of dating? No, he says. Tired of trying. I ask what he means. He just shrugs again. You put yourself out there and people laugh, ghost, or call you creepy for even asking. After a while, it's easier not to bother. That line sticks in my brain like a splinter. Tired of trying. All I can think of are Melissa's words, Lauren's confession, the silence we're all feeling. The attention feels gone on our end, but maybe it's not gone. Maybe men just gave it. Weekend after, cousin's engagement party. She's 27, glowing, dress clinging like it was painted on. Whole night men are orbiting her and her bridesmaids. Drinks appear out of nowhere. Jokes tossed too eagerly. Me? I'm sitting at the older crowd table now. Aunt asking about my job. Dad making cracks about finally settling down. Smile plastered on my face while inside I feel the shift. I watch one guy in particular. Not the loudest, not the best looking. But he keeps circling my cousin's friend. Tries gently to make her laugh. She brushes him off twice. See his shoulders slump? Then he straightens. Tries again anyway. 10 years ago, I'd have rolled my eyes. Pathetic. Now I just feel this ache in my chest. The sheer effort it takes to keep trying when the world punishes you for it. Start noticing little things everywhere. On the train, a man glances at me, then quickly looks away, almost guilty. In a meet, a male coworker compliments Melissa's presentation, but stumbles over the words, like he's scared just saying something nice could be taken wrong. At the grocery store, an older man almost smiles at me, then swallows it before it reaches his face. They're not gone. They've just retreated. One night, late shift at work, I stay behind to finish reports. Office is almost empty, just the hum of computers. Daniel, night supervisor, passes my desk. Pauses, awkward. Hey, you look nice today. New haircut? He immediately looks like he wants to die, flustered, stumbling over himself. Sorry, I didn't mean, yeah, see you tomorrow. Rushes out like he broke a rule. I just sit there staring at my screen, heart beating weird. Part of me warmed at the compliment. It had been so long since anyone said something like that. Another part of me ached, realizing how terrified he looked, like kindness itself was contraband. Once upon a time, I'd have laughed about it in a group chat. Now I wanted to run after him, tell him thank you, assure him it wasn't creepy. But I didn't. I just let the silence swallow it. Later, standing in my bathroom, hair pulled back, noticing the lines around my eyes, the faint tiredness in my face, lipstick looking too bright to try hard. Think of all the men I dismissed, the ones I laughed at, the ones I made into punchlines. Maybe they weren't pathetic. Maybe they were just trying to be seen, the same way I now wish I could be. The realization creeps in. Being wanted was never guaranteed. It was a gift. I assumed it was permanent. Spent it casually, wasted it like it would never run out. And now it's gone. And now I understand what it feels like on the other side. Tonight, sitting at my kitchen table with a cheap glass of wine, phone silent, scrolling through old photos. There's one of me at 25, smoky eyes, tan, arm around friends at some rooftop bar. In the background, a man staring at me. Back then, I didn't even notice. Now, I'd notice. Now, maybe I'd even smile back. No tidy ending, no neat moral, just sitting here with this heavy understanding. Respect isn't about chasing or being chased. It's about treating people like they matter. Maybe men didn't stop caring because they were weak. Maybe they just got tired of being punchlines. And now, sitting here invisible, I get it. I really do.